You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next, the April 20th, 2022 meeting of the LaPorte County Election Board. You can find information on this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
All right, it's 1 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got to work on our harmonies. All right, Chuck Watterson, President, here. Nelson Pichardo, Vice President.
Present.
Heather Stevens, Clerk and Secretary.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum. Today we are here, or first let's talk about the minutes from the last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion and second. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes. Minutes have been affirmed. And we'll move on to new business, because that's all we have today is new business. If we want to start with the mobile and travel board schedule. Heather, do you want to update everybody on that?
Yeah. As soon as I find that page. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay. So Francine Kalita in voter registration was kind enough to start calling some facilities, and she's got the mobile voting unit starting Monday the 25th. The mobile voting unit will be at Fish Lake at the community building from 10 to 2 and 2:30 at Cambridge Apartments, and I believe that's going to be until 4 o'clock. Okay. Tuesday the 26th, the mobile voting unit will be at the United Methodist Church. Not sure where. We're going to tweak this a little bit, and I'll send out public notice through the newspapers and post it to the county website. Wednesday the 27th, the mobile voting unit will be at the Baptist Church in Mill Creek from 10 to 2. And Thursday the 28th from 10 to 2 at Maple City Apartments, and is that here in LaPorte? Okay.
Do you want to come up to the microphone?
Yeah,
and address
please.
those? State your name and what you're doing.
My name's Francine Kalita. I'm in voter registration. I'm trying to schedule the mobile unit and the travel board. So as of just a moment ago, Michigan City Lake Apartments over on Carwick Road.
Lakeland Estates, I think it is. Or
There will be
Hills.
the mobile unit will be there from 10 to 12:30, and then also they'll move to the Boulder Garden Apartments. They will be there from 1 to 3:30.
And what date was that again?
That is the 29th.
29th, okay.
That's Friday.
Fantastic.
So the mobile unit will be somewhere in the county every day of next week.
That's great.
Awesome.
Did you say 1 until
3:30.
3:30?
And the Sharon said she would make, actually almost all of them said they would make flyers and notify their communities.
Wonderful.
All right. That's a big area to hopefully get some voter turnout in too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So anything else on voter schedule other than that you're posting it once it's all ready?
Yeah, once it's all ready. We do have, I see Brentwood Tuesday the 26th, that's travel board at 10 a.m. That's Monday the 25th. Tuesday the 26th at the Arbors. I see 10 a.m. at Rittenhouse. On Friday the 27th, 2:30 at Cambridge Square, 1 p.m. Life Care. Wednesday the 27th, Miller's Manor at 10 a.m. and Rumley Apartments at 1 p.m. So we're getting more and more. So I will say we're going to have to kind of condense it down, and hopefully this afternoon yet we can get some public notice issued into the newspapers and on the county election
but
election board website.
The dates that you read are they're set in stone
Those are
right
set.
now? Okay.
Those ones that you read, Heather, the last... Oh, good, it's on. Oh, sorry.
the last ones that you read regarding Brentwood, Arbors, Golden Living, Rittenhouse, Cambridge Square, Miller Manor, and Rumley, those are all travel board,
That
right?
is
Just
travel
to clarify. And then I had another question regarding the mobile unit at Fish Lake. The paper that we have says 10 to 2 Eastern. Is that Eastern time?
I think maybe, was that estimated, or was that Eastern's?
Eastern Standard Time.
So we're on Central Time.
Right, they said they brought Eastern.
Yeah,
So that's actually 9 to 1.
right, Central
Our
time.
time.
I just want to make that clarification.
Nice
That's the
catch.
only one,
Okay.
right? Everything else is Central time.
If you don't see the mobile unit, you're there early. You're on Central Time. All right, so that's what we have for the mobile voting unit so far. As far as the schedule, there will be a firm schedule. Like, those dates are firm now, but there'll be a schedule posted for everybody to see,
Yeah.
as we're supposed to do. So
And public notice, right?
right.
Yeah.
Next, we'll move on to, I believe, Heather, did you want to propose a resolution for voter training, and then we'll discuss it after you propose it?
Yeah, because we have the electronic poll books this year, I think it's super important that all poll workers attend the training. I know that right now it is mandatory for any inspector in the state of Indiana to attend the training, but not necessarily for everyone else. So that's why I emailed the guys and asked that we could have this meeting so that we could pass a resolution requiring that training for this year, because otherwise what we're going to have is it's going to be a mess. People are maybe expecting the same old thing, and that's just not the case this year.
So everyone understands, your resolution is to pass it to where everyone that works at the polls has to attend this training on a mandatory basis.
Correct. I think I would like to have exempt the people that are working early voting right now because they know what's going on. So,
All right, so we have a resolution on the table. We'll open it up for comments. Nelson, if you have anything.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's very important to have this training because, like Heather said, this is something new. A lot of our workers are folks that have been doing it for a long time, and having a refresher course and kind of going over some of the new technology, I think is going to be beneficial for them. So I'm totally for, not only having the inspectors do the training, but also anyone else that's working the poll. So totally in favor of it. I think it's a great idea.
And I am too, as far as the training. I went and voted in the early voting in the room next to us yesterday, and it couldn't have gone any smoother. I hand them my ID. They let you select which ballot you're doing. Now, you do need to be sure you're voting for the right ballot. If someone is campaigning and you want to vote for them and they tell you they're a Democrat, make sure they're a Democrat, so you pick the right ballot. Because once you pick that ballot, the process to cancel that out and get a different ballot is just, it's way too strenuous. So when you walk in, if you're a registered Republican or you want to vote Republican, make sure you click that. Democrat, click that. It's really not hard. It's 2 choices, and then they'll print a ticket and you'll go and your ballot will match up with what you're expecting on there.
and we actually have a copy of the ballot in a binder at each early voting location, so you can easily go and find your candidate that that you're there to vote for, if that's the case, and you'll know which ballot they're on.
So yeah, I'm in favor of it too. So Heather, if that's your motion to pass that resolution, open it up to a vote.
I'll second it.
Oh, second, and then I'll open it up to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. So we will get that resolution signed and on the books so that the poll worker training will be mandatory for everyone that's working the polls. And I guess that'll go hand in hand with the training memo I have here. I'll go ahead and read this on the record. If you're planning to work the polls in the 2022 primary and general election, you have to take the required training. And this is the letter that'll be sent out now that the resolution is passed, requiring the training. So training will be required of each person working regardless of prior experience or years served, unless you're currently working on the absentee room and you've already gone through the training. The training will cover the new electronic poll books and will include everything from setup to processing voters. It's very important you attend one of the training sessions listed below. If you're not trained, you will not be able to work the polls. Attendance will be noted. The training times and places. So far we have the LaPorte County Complex Room 3 which is that going to
It's right here.
right here, this room? Monday, April 25th, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Again, you just need to attend one of those, right?
Correct.
Okay. Wednesday, April 27th, we have one at noon and 6 p.m. Thursday, April 28th, we have 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. Friday, April 29th, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Saturday, April 30th, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. again. And then we have the Michigan City Library in their meeting room. Their training session will be Tuesday, April 26th, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. So there's only one training set in Michigan City, but there's 4 available times. It should accommodate anyone that works nights, normal 9 to 5 hours, or if they can get there during the day, should be able to accommodate everyone. As always, we do appreciate your time in working the polls and hope you can understand the reason for the required training. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office, being the clerk's office, at any time. We look forward to seeing you. Signed, Heather Stevens. So those are all the times for the poll worker training. Again, that's going to be mandatory for everybody working. And the first one, it looks like it's Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Monday, not only will Microvote be here, they're actually going to do that first day of training, but No Ink is the provider of the electronic poll books, and they will be here as well. So not only are the poll workers going to sit through this, I'm going to sit through it 3 times before I try to do this by myself.
So you'll be an expert by the end of Monday?
I will know everything.
Fantastic. Okay, so we have that addressed as far as the poll worker training and times. Went over the mobile voting unit. Was there anything else in new business we wanted to discuss?
We did that. You guys, I gave each of you your keys, and just so everybody knows what these are keys to the ballot box where the absentee by mail ballots go. I do not have a key to that box. They have them. They don't have a key to the room. I have it. So it's going to take all 3 members of the election board to get to the mail-in ballots. So I'm big on checks and balances, and
not just one of us. There's 2 locks on the box, right?
yes,
Okay.
there's and their keys are labeled R1 and D1.
So my key will open one lock, and I can't get into it without Nelson, right?
That's true.
Okay.
And you can't get into the room.
Without
You can't get into the room without Heather.
Right.
So with our powers combined.
That's right.
Captain Planet.
That's right.
The other thing that we needed to go over very quickly is approval of the 16 and 17-year-olds to work as election day workers. Traditionally, they've worked out very, very well. So I'd really like to see them come back. I know the state allows it, but I believe we have to have...
I think it's very important to get young people who, they can't vote yet, but to be involved in the process to see what goes on, because it's, when you turn 18, all of a sudden you can vote, not knowing about anything or how the process works. And plus it's a chance to get out of school for a little bit and learn the election process and work the polls. So.
And they get paid.
Yeah, and they get paid.
Yeah, and it helps us find people that can work.
Yes.
So it's a win-win all the way
Hopefully
around.
we don't have nothing but 16 and 17-year-olds. We got other people, but, it is what it is.
Speaking of poll workers, if anyone is interested in working the polls, if you know somebody who may want to work, please contact the voter registration office. These ladies are working hard to get these filled, and their direct number is 219-325-5572.
Yes, we need people. We've got lists from both parties, but at this point, we just need Democrats and Republicans to come in and help work the polls, and it's completely our decision now on who's working where and when. So get in if you want to, and we need you. And it's paid. It's not a voluntary position. So, anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
The delivery of equipment, do we have anything going there?
So with the delivery of the equipment, we have, I don't think we need to pass anything. We can kind of do that as far as the scheduling goes, but we just have to make sure there's Democrats and Republicans as a team appointed by us to deliver these items. And I think worst case scenario, I haven't spoken to you about it, Nelson, but I mean, you and I will probably be running some things together. I think we could run them individually ourselves, but I mean, if we can do it as a team and avoid any appearance of impropriety, that's fine. But we do have to, we can have the inspector and the, who else at the...
if they're going to take them out, I think the inspector and the Republican judge would probably be the best team And if, you know, we can't necessarily send those out on Saturday to go set up at a church because they're gonna have service on Sunday. But I would be willing to come in if they wanted to pick them up on Sunday afternoon to take them directly there. I don't want the machine sitting in somebody's house or their car
yeah.
or.
We won't let that happen, but, so hopefully we can get as many teams as possible to pick up their equipment, to take it to the polling locations, and whatever's not available for people to pick up, or we don't have confirmations on that. I personally, I don't know what Nelson's
Yeah.
schedule is, but we'll make it happen. We'll get the equipment out there in a manner that's safe and no one has to worry about, you know, any impropriety or fraud or anything like that. We'll get the machines there in teams. And then there was one other, oh no, that was it. That was what I was thinking about. So we'll get them there. The primary's in less than 2 weeks. So if you can vote early, please do. Otherwise, we'll see you at the primary. Is there any public comments from anybody? Going once, going twice. Okay, no public comment. So we've discussed everything. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.